The future's loading, watch it all begin.
Did you register for RootsTech 2026? And did you opt in to relatives at RootsTech? If so, you may already know how many relatives were found for you. If not, it's still possible to create a free FamilySearch account, register for RootsTech, and discover your relatives, but only until April 30th. After that, all this information disappears. So today, I'm going to show you what you should do now to preserve the most important details so that you can continue your genealogical research long after the feature disappears. I'm assuming that you already have a FamilySearch account and have built at least part of your tree. If you haven't logged in yet, go to the URL shown and sign in to RootsTech 2026. You'll arrive at the welcome page. Scroll down on this page. Near the bottom, you'll find Discover Relatives at RootsTech. Click the button shown on the slide. You can explore the famous relatives that were found for you and see how you're connected. It's fun and often surprising, but for genealogical purposes, the important step is to view your relatives. This is the initial view. In my case, it shows 608 relatives. I've anonymized the names to protect the privacy of living people. Notice that the line says showing 300 of 608 relatives from all locations. This is a key limitation. The system will only display a maximum of 300 relatives in any category. To continue my research after April 30th, I want to save as much top-level information as possible. The first step is to create a spreadsheet. To do that, I need to switch from the map view to the list view by turning off the map toggle. In list mode, you'll see your relatives ordered from closest to most distant, up to the last one who provided a location, or up to the 300 entry limit. There are 3 categories: by location, by ancestor, and by family line. My situation is a bit complex, and I'll explain why shortly. For now, I'm going to save the information by location. Scroll to the bottom of the list and click the last relative. Then press Ctrl-A to select everything and Ctrl-S to save the page. On a Mac, you use Command-A and Command-S. Your file save dialog will appear. Navigate to the folder where you want to store the file, giving it a meaningful name, and make sure the file type is Web Page Complete, and then save. Next, I'll create a spreadsheet. I'm using LibreOffice Writer and Calc, and sometimes Google Sheets. You may be able to do this with other applications like Apple Pages and Numbers, but I haven't tested those combinations. Open a save file in Writer. If you have many entries, it may take a minute or two. You'll see a confirmation pop up. The confirmation pop-up asks if you want to update the links. Make sure that you click on No. From the File menu, choose Save As and save the document as .odt, which is the standard Writer format. Until recently, cleaning up this document required a lot of manual work using Find and Replace. But with today's AI tools, we can automate the cleanup. I use Copilot, but other tools may work as long as they accept ODT files. This is the prompt that I used, and yes, Copilot actually helped me refine it. The pipe delimiter is the character that shows like a vertical bar, which is usually Shift / on most keyboards. Feel free to take a photo or screenshot of the prompt. I'll also try to place it in the chat after the presentation. When AI finishes processing, scroll to the bottom of the result and click Export to Sheets. This will create and open a spreadsheet in Google Sheets, assuming that you're logged into your Google account. Next, I repeat this process for each of my grandparents' family lines, provided there are relatives connected through those lines. Ideally, under my family line, you'll see your parents and all 4 grandparents. On the left are my results. On the right are my late wife's. You'll notice some interesting difference. For my mother, I have 34 relatives. 2 through her father, Jesse Valance, 32 through her mother, Annie Storer, and 32 plus 2 equals 34, exactly as you'd expect. But for my father, William Munostrom, I have 584 relatives, while his parents show 483 and 474. 483 plus 474 does not equal 584. Why does this discrepancy occur? Well, it's because there is significant endogamy in the Lycksele, Sweden region. Many relatives are connected to both of my paternal grandparents, so they appear in both lists. This is why I needed capture by location list. It may include relatives not shown in the first 300 for each of my grandparents. My wife results, however, are clean and consistent. All her family lines have fewer than 300 relatives, so capturing the 4 grandparent lines gives her all her relatives for this year. Last year, in 2025, our results looked different. Some lines had no relatives at all. What do your family lines look like this year? Take screenshots of the most interesting relatives. Try to capture at least a few of the closest matches for each grandparent's line. Here's an example of one of my relatives, not very close, but the closest to my maternal grandmother. Select the person and you'll see options for chat, relationship, and contact. Click relationship to bring up the chart. Use your screen capture tool to save the image. To send a message, you click that plus contact button. Send messages to the relatives who are most important for your research, usually the closest matches in each family line, especially those you don't already know. Here is a draft message that you can use as a template. If you don't receive replies within a few months, you can always follow up later. To extract information from your screenshots, you can use this prompt with Copilot or another AI tool. You don't need to do this immediately. Focus first on collecting the information that will disappear at the end of the month. You can analyze everything later, this summer or even next winter. Here's an example of the spreadsheet created by that prompt, converted into a table. This is a recap of the major steps to help you make the most of your relatives at RootsTech at 2026. I hope you will find it useful. And happy DNA Day, which is April 25th. Watch for sales and free webinars. Good luck in your discoveries. Thank you for watching.